In March of 1971, California licensed the first Bioptic driver.
For 3 years, I was unable to drive. And after I took the Bioptic training and was able to get my license and drive again, it was just like a whole new world had opened up to me. I don't think anyone realizes what a privilege it is to drive until you lose that privilege.
What it's meant for me to have my Bioptic driving classes, it gives you your independence back and being able to get out on your own, and I've got a successful job now, and it's changed my whole life and for myself and my family.
Without the Bioptic system, my life would totally be different. I wouldn't have the abilities to do the things I'm able to do today, and without it, it would be an entire life change for me and my family.
When I discovered that I was faced with the possibility of not ever being able to drive again, or at least having my driving limited, it took away the thought of having independence, and I also have a young child, and it was out of the question for me that I would not be able to drive. And so once I found out about the autofocus system and actually was trained with it and have experienced it, it has opened up my world again, so that now I can be the taxi driver for my daughter that I didn't think I was going to be able to be.
Here at the Low Vision Centers of Indiana, we've helped many patients return to safe driving with the use of Bioptics and specialized training.
Bioptic eyewear is made of two components, consisting of the general ophthalmic or carrier lenses and a telescope, which is used for spotting objects in the distance. Bioptic systems come in a variety of designs and powers. When I'm using this system, I look through the regular carrier lenses, but then when I want to enlarge things, I just look through the autofocus and I'm able to see at 20/20. Bioptic drivers use the telescope intermittently and very quickly for fine detail, much the way drivers use a rear view mirror.
Our experience with Bioptic driving has led us to understand who's a good candidate for it.
Who is a good Bioptic driving candidate? It is those patients with a mild visual acuity impairment from 20/70 to 2200. The patient must have a stable or slowly progressive condition, adequate color vision, and full peripheral visual fields. Most Bioptic drivers have conditions that impair the macular vision, but still maintain relatively normal side vision. The macula is a tiny area in the center of our retina. It is about the size of a capital O in the newspaper. Macular vision accounts for our sharp central vision, the 20/20 of vision. Though the macula accounts for our sharpest vision, it is only about 3% of our entire visual field. Thus, damage to the macula, the nerves that run from the macula, or the portion of the brain that interprets macular vision, may lead to a loss of sharp central vision while maintaining peripheral vision. In this demonstration, notice the small scotoma or blurred area moving across the screen. Notice how this impairment moves right to left with the driver's fixation or the movement of their eyes as they survey the scene. Bioptic drivers rely on the telescopic system to intermittently replace the function of the macula for spotting fine detail of signs or distant objects. Indiana's Bioptic licensure requirements are carrier vision of 2200 or better, visual acuity with the Bioptic of 20/40, visual fields of 120 degrees horizontal, adequate color vision, the use of any Bioptic power up to 4x or higher powers as approved by the BMV, 30 hours of behind-the-wheel training, and the person must pass an extended BMV behind-the-wheel test. Following fitting and training with the Bioptic system by the low vision specialist, the patient is referred to a driving rehabilitation program. Today, 31 states have approved Bioptic driving. The requirements for licensure vary in each state.
The Bioptic driving program is successful in Indiana because of the many checks and balances that are in place and the extensive training that's required for licensure.
Indiana's BMV requires 30 hours of behind-the-wheel training with a driving rehabilitation specialist.
Individuals must be seen through their low vision specialist and pass a number of tests before being sent for an evaluation through a rehabilitation center. Once a person passes those tests and is sent to us for evaluation, we look at their visual perceptual abilities, reaction time, previous driving history, any medications that they may be on, and we do take them behind the wheel to see what kind of skills they have yet behind the wheel. At that point, information is sent to the Bureau of Motor Vehicles for approval into a training program.
Driving rehabilitation programs may utilize driving rehabilitation specialists, occupational therapists, and orientation and mobility instructors.
Training takes a natural progression of steps. Initially, a person is seen as a passenger so they can get used to spotting in a moving vehicle with some controls there. Then they are put in low volume traffic situations before entering into large, heavy traffic volumes. It allows the person to build confidence in using the telescope as well as become familiar with the vehicle and learn where all the controls are on the vehicle.
The important thing to understand is that there are many mildly visually impaired patients that with the right training and devices can become safe drivers.
And the Bioptic program to me has given me back my independence. About 15 years ago, I was classified as legally blind, and by working with the low vision people in the state of Indiana, I have returned my independence to myself, and with the cooperation of everybody else in the program, it has been just a world of difference in my life.
Now I can work where I want to work and live where I want to live.
For more information about Bioptic driving or our practice, please visit us on the web at www.iassociates.com. If you have a question about a visual impairment or Bioptic driving, please email us at info@iassociates.com. The Low Vision Centers of Indiana is a division of the Eye Associates Group, LLC. Our doctors have won over 36 national and state awards, making it one of the most awarded practices in the United States. The Low Vision Centers of Indiana has offices in Indianapolis, Fort Wayne, and Hartford City. For more information, please contact the office nearest you. If you're an out-of-state or international caller, please call the Indianapolis office.